Hello and welcome to another episode of Spare Time Gardening with me, Simon. Here I am out in the garden and it's the beginning of September. So that means it's time for a September tour. Enjoy. Let's start off in the greenhouse then. Here's the cucumbers looking very sorry for themselves now. Those will be taken out very soon. I do have one on there, one's picking. There's also one you might make out just there, the background, one's picking, but not been very happy this year with the cucumbers. I think it was this grow bag. I don't know if it was lack of nutrients or if it was too thin, or I put 3 in. Normally I only put 2 in, but we're trying a different variety, different method next year. Let's have a continue look round. So here's the tomatoes, the sweet aperitif, still loads on and need picking. These are the sweetest of tomatoes. I've had a big harvest this year. They're all fallen over, they should be stood up straight. I've not tied them up. Not a lot of foliage this year, but lots of fruit, which is, I guess that's what you grow them for, is the tomatoes rather than the greenery. Again, use the same grow bags. It might be the grow bags next season and next year. I think I'll fill these troughs up with soil. Might even use a bit of leaf mould. Try that and see what success we get next year. That's pretty much what's going on in the greenhouse. Just an update on the cacti. Remember the cacti we grew from seed. Here's 30 of them, all doing really well. Left them in the greenhouse, they'll need to come in over winter. I've sown in here, you just make out the seedlings just starting to poke through. These are fuchsias, growing from seed again. I'm going to try the back end of the year rather than March. That's just a normal variety, which the one I refer to as my granddad's, the big red one. I've sown some lupins because I've read that if you sow them this year, then you're guaranteed to get flowers next year, and I'll overwinter them in the greenhouse. In this one, I've sown some Sweet William. Those were sown on the 24th of August. All poking the heads through now, so we'll need to transplant those soon. Ready for some spring colour. And a pot down here, just grab it. This is no growth yet. These were sown on the 28th of August. This is a fuchsia hybrid, so I've mixed pink fizz, which is the upright standing climbing fuchsia, with the one that I referred to as my granddad's, the big red bush. Managed to get some success with seeds, so I saw them on 28th. Let's see if we get anything from that. And while we talk about fuchsias, I'll show you the ones that we grew earlier on this year from seed, and there'll be a separate video on the fuchsias. So out in the garden then, so just some flowers. Got the raspberries. Here's a big lavender bush. Look at that, looking really nice. The grapevine is doing great and is growing right down there. The blackberries full of fruit, loads to be picked. Really good season for blackberries. I don't know if anyone else has had a really good success with it. This is its 3rd year now and seems to have took off. I've just noticed out the corner of my eye another huge courgette. That's supposed to be a courgette. Against my hand, that's certainly a marrow now. I've got some little ones on, although they are slowing down. Let's have a quick look round on the veg patch then. So yeah, those are the courgettes, looking a little bit tired now. It'll be time to dig those up soon, although we are still getting some flower. So we'll still get some courgettes. Sunflowers, just have a look at that. So all flowering, looking lovely. And the tallest one I've just measured, so that tallest one there is 8'9" or 264 centimetres, so 8'9" in old money. And those aren't really the giraffe ones, the tall ones, but not giraffe. Next year I'm going to grow the giraffe ones, see if I can get a good 11-12 foot, but that's not bad, not a bad one. Quick hello to Bob the Scarecrow, was named by one of the subscribers, so thank you for that. Let's have a look at the bottom border then. So the rhubarb is still put on growth. We've got the Rebecca, a yellow flower there. This is the fuchsia I refer to as my granddad's fuchsia. It's a cutting I took from my late granddad many years ago. Here's the cosmos, and as I mentioned in early videos, it hides away the dahlias behind it, although one of the subscribers said they quite like that. I'll change it next year though, I think. Zinnias, looking lovely. I'm really impressed with those, so I'll grow those next year. That's a lovely little border with the Rebecca behind it and the cosmos, and I think there's still some petunias doing reasonably well down there. The veg patch itself, though, as I said, the courgette's looking a little bit tired. I've taken the peas out, those are finished now. Still got lettuce and strawberries, and these were sent out runners, and that one's actually rooted, so we can sever that and we'll put that in a pot. Is that one rooted? No, not quite. If you just pin them down onto the soil, then they'll send down roots. Actually, if we have a look at that, if you can make them out, there's little roots. So if that's in contact with soil, it'll root, and then you've got another plant. So we'll use that next year. Beetroot looking great. Just scan through here though, this is a monster beetroot there. So those are ready for harvesting. Need to take those out. And then let's have a quick butchers at the fuchsias. There's a separate video on this, but that's the shrimp cocktail. Now this one and these all down this line are what we grew from seed at the beginning of the year. Check out the fuchsia video, because I've numbered them from 1 to 10. Although they come from the same seed pod, they've all got very different characteristics. Like this one, for example, it looks a little bit like a trailing one, whereas this one and this one are more upright. All came from the pink fizz seed pod, but it just shows how every one is different. Well, this one's quite an upright one, but it's tall and spiky. Very different to this one. So yeah, check out the fuchsia video where I've a little bit more in depth descriptions of them. Let's have a quick look at the border then. So baskets, I don't know if it's the same for everyone else, but these are looking really tired now. Petunias are coming to an end, I'll need to dig those out soon. Really impressed with the begonia shades. They look lovely. And the lobelia's done great. Lovely contrast. In fact, all the baskets have done well this year. So there's in here perennial sweet pea, still flowering, even though we're in September. Again, the baskets and the geraniums. Look at that red geranium there. All from seed. Looking lovely. And look at that begonia, the red one. Again, I love the begonias. But baskets are looking a little bit tired, but the board is still looking great. Cosmos, zinnia, the lobelia in front of it. Really good display. See, that basket's looking lovely with a purple petunia. And I put the spare begonias around the wisteria base. And look at those. Again, looking lovely. sweet peas. Still flowering. The third and final basket. Again, we'll look at that for begonia. The reds and oranges on that. Beautiful flower. These are some begonias that my dad grew from seed. Gave them in these again. Looking great, full of flower, really healthy. And then we've got the couple of pots and the little display there. And then today, been to buy some more plants. So these are all perennials. I've got an agapanthus, looking great. But yes, just some extra perennials for the garden. Can't resist a nice flower. Look at the white one on that one. Looking beautiful. Heather's all flowering in the borders. But yeah, garden's still looking great. Full of flower. Still beautiful. And the bottom of the garden looking great as well. On a September evening. Quick update on the cuttings then. So these are lavender cuttings taken at the beginning of August. Although I can't see any roots coming out at the bottom yet. I think they've taken, seem to put growth on. Here's just a fuchsia that snapped off, just going to root it in water. I've got some dahlia cuttings, some more fuchsia cuttings there, and lastly, more recently just taken the other day, but there's some more fuchsia cuttings. So it's a good time of year, August, September, to take cuttings to increase your stock. That's what we've done there, so I can increase more stock.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. And please feel free to leave your comments and feedback below. I'd love to hear from you, so don't be shy, and of course I'll reply. See you soon.